Hi there everyone, it's Misty here. Welcome to another Hi there everyone, it's Misty here. Happy Friday. Welcome to another episode of Friyay or Frinay. If you're new around these parts, hi, my name is Misty. I've been following a ketogenic way of eating on and off since March of 2017. And this series is an opportunity for me to share either my opinion, on either low carb, keto food items or topics in the low carb keto community. So I've done one on the Premier protein shakes. I've done one on bulletproof coffee. I honestly can't remember if I've done more than that. But today, what you're here for is I am talking about the new keto series from HaloTop. So if you're unfamiliar, HaloTop is an ice cream brand. They make lower carb, lower fat ice cream. And some of their flavors are good. Some of them are not in their regular line. But recently they've came out with 7 different pints that they're calling keto. So I'm going to walk you through kind of the ingredient list and then share with you how it affected my blood sugar. And then I'm going to tell you which ones I like, which ones I didn't, and whether I think this is a good part of a diet or not. So let's start with the ingredient list. Every single one of these ice creams are made with skim milk, unfiltered skim milk. And this is the side, I'll pop this up on the screen. But they have a million different ingredients, it seems like. There's, like the chocolate swirl has peanut oil, non-fat dry milk, natural cocoa, liquor. There's sunflower, banana base, eggs, glycerin, soluble corn fiber, cannoli pieces. There is like chicory root fiber. There are some ingredients in this ingredient list that are keto friendly. But at the end of the day, you have to be the one that decides whether this is going to fit into your eating plan or not. So these are not clean keto whatsoever. As far as carbohydrates, a serving size is 2/3 of a cup, and there's 3 servings per pint. But they're also touting that if you eat the entire pint, then it's like some of them are only 8 grams of carbs, some of them are 9 grams of carbs, there's one that's 5, there's one that's 10. So it really just depends. And they are subtracting any soluble fiber and the erythritol from that number. So not the best ingredients when you compare it to something like Rebel. But I know that HaloTop is a little bit more accessible because you can find HaloTop at Walmart, and that's where Rob found it. He looks for sorbet. He doesn't eat ice cream anymore. He eats sorbet. And he was looking for sorbet and he texted me and he's like, hey, they've got HaloTop, a keto HaloTop. Do you want to try it? And I was like, sure. So the very first flavor I ever tried was the caramel butter pecan. And because Tom Thumb, where we get Rebel, was out of Rebel. So I tried it and I thought it was pretty good. And so the next time he went, he brought me home all the flavors minus 1. So I've tried 6 out of the 7 flavors, and every single one of them basically has the same base ingredients with the milk and then the chicory root fiber, etc., and the same preservatives, etc. And the only thing that has been changing is the stuff on the inside. So surprisingly, these really had no impact on my blood sugar. A couple of flavors, my blood sugar actually went down 20 or 30 points after I ate them. So let me pull up. Yeah, so when I had the white chocolate macadamia nut, I went from 174 to 161. So not quite 20, but I did go down quite a bit. The other flavors, I basically stayed the same. And I took my blood sugars 2 hours after. As I always say in any of these videos where I talk about how something affects my blood sugar, you're going to have to test yourself because what affects me may or may not affect you. So as far as blood sugar numbers, it really didn't affect me. It didn't affect my ketones. My ketones were actually fine after I had them. So yeah, it doesn't seem to negatively impact any of the numbers that I have. As far as taste, Oh boy. So let me talk to you about regular HaloTop before we get started. Regular HaloTop, there are some flavors that I don't mind. Their vanilla bean is not bad. Their candy bar is pretty good. The oatmeal cookie is pretty good. The key lime pie was delicious, but that is not keto friendly. And then the lemon cake is probably one of my favorite because it seriously tastes like a lemon bundt cake, like from Nothing Bundt Cakes. So the only one that I normally buy is the lemon cake. Now some of their flavors taste like, ugh, like the cinnamon roll. That cinnamon roll tastes like a baby wipe. Like that's what it tastes like to me. And then their strawberry, there's not a low carb ice cream that does strawberry good. There's just not. Like the Rebel one doesn't taste like anything. The HaloTop doesn't taste like anything. So there was a select number of flavors that I enjoyed from this line, or from HaloTop's original line that I would have not regularly, but every once in a while. So let me walk you through the 6 of the 7 flavors. So the only one I didn't buy was chocolate cheesecake. If you guys have been here for a while, you know that chocolate is my least favorite. Like I don't love chocolate. Like I'm not a person who loves chocolate, who wants chocolate. I was never someone who craved chocolate around that time of the month. Like if you put something fruity in front of me and something chocolate, I'm almost always going to go for fruity. So if there's like Skittles and a candy bar, I'm going to eat the Skittles. The only way that changes is if it's something that has like a symphony bar or like the candy bar ice cream. The candy bar ice cream is a chocolate base, but there's caramel and, candy pieces, or so I don't know. Anyway, I'm not a huge fan of chocolate, so I didn't bother with the chocolate cheesecake. So I'm going to kind of rank these in what I thought was the worst to the best. But all of these pints but one have the weirdest texture. It's basically like eating baby powder. And I've never tasted baby powder. No, I've never tasted, powder but they have that. It's a very powdery texture and a powdery consistency. And it's a little off-putting. There's like white chocolate macadamia. So anyway, go in order, Misty. I had this order in my head. So the texture can be very, very, very off-putting. If you are someone who really struggles with texture, you may not like these. I would advise you getting one and trying it because every single one of them but one has that powdery. It's such a powdery texture and I don't understand it. The other thing is you have to set these out. So that's a huge complaint a lot of people have about Rebels. You have to set it out, but it's an ice cream made with heavy cream. So to me, that's okay. I set it out. I, set a timer for 12 or 15 minutes. And then once it's done, then I eat what I want out of it. These, you wouldn't think you would have to do that, although they are made with skim milk. So what am I talking about? I don't know. I'm not a chemist or, I don't make ice cream, etc. Low carb ice cream, but these have to set out. But even setting out, they still have that really powdery texture. I don't know how else to describe it other than, like I said, it's got like a baby powder cornstarch. It's just not my favorite. Some of the flavors are really delicious, but let me start with my worst to best. The worst, so let me read off the flavors first. There's banana cream pie, which I was the most excited about, berry swirl, caramel butter pecan, chocolate cheesecake, jelly donut, peanut butter chocolate, and white chocolate macadamia. The absolute worst out of these 7 is the jelly donut. And maybe that's your favorite. That's the thing. These are, this is all subjective. This is just me and my taste buds, etc. But this one, it was bad. Like the first 3 bites, I was just like, it was so bad to me. Like, it tasted like vomit. I'm just going to put it out there. It just literally had the worst flavor ever. And I tried to give it a couple more bites because the first few bites didn't have any of so there's, I don't know if it's donut pieces. Let me look. Yeah, it has donut pieces and it also has a jelly that goes through it. Once you got down to like where the donut pieces are, it wasn't quite as bad, but it still wasn't very good. Like I haven't had a donut ice cream ever that I thought was tasty. It's just not a flavor that I think is easily replicated in an ice cream. So hail to the nah for jelly donut. The next one is the banana cream pie. I am so, like, it makes me irrationally angry because they put a chocolate swirl in the banana cream pie. I don't know about you guys, but I've never in my life seen a banana cream pie or had a banana cream pie that had chocolate in it. And the problem is, Enlightened has this issue and HaloTop has this issue. Their fudge or chocolate sauce is disgusting. Ugh, both of them. It's just so bad. And I don't know what about it makes it taste so awful. And again, you may like it. I just don't. And it's like Hershey's makes a delicious low carb chocolate syrup. Why aren't you using something like that? It's just oily, and it's like, I just don't like it. And it ruined the entire pint of ice cream because the banana part is actually pretty good and actually has a pretty decent banana flavor. And banana ice cream is my absolute favorite ice cream. I love banana ice cream, and I love banana ice cream from Marble Slab. If you've ever had Marble Slab or Cold Stone Creamy, their banana ice cream is so delicious, and so is Chunky Monkey from Ben & Jerry's. And so this has a very good banana flavor for what it is. Excuse me, I need a drink. So the banana flavor in this is really, really good, but the chocolate syrup is not. The other thing that I don't care for in this ice cream are there's cannoli pieces in this, which I think aren't really necessary. I don't need a crust-like texture in my ice cream. And again, this could just be me. And maybe you guys will love it. I mean, I used to love those chocolate banana bomb pops that were really good. But this is just not it. This is just not it. This is just not it. So the next flavor would be the white chocolate macadamia nut. Now, this one, in the beginning, I thought was really, really good. It has a really good taste. It had a really, it has chunks of macadamia in it. But this is the one, like I mentioned, where the texture is the worst. Like, this is the one that has the worst texture out of all 6 that I've tried. And that affects the flavor. So I didn't eat any of these whole, like none of them. I had a serving and then did my blood sugar and stuff. And then I've gone back to some of them, the ones that I've liked, since then. And this is the one that the flavor was a little different after being in the freezer, and the texture, like the texture just seems to get worse the longer that it's in the freezer. This is literally like eating powder. And the flavor, like I said, the flavor was good the very first time I tried it, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's being exposed to air. I don't know if it's been, exposed to being in my freezer. I don't know. I just found that after going back to this one, this was one that I didn't care for. Would I eat it again? Maybe, if I was really in the mood for it, but it was really good. It probably would have been one of my top 3 by initial taste, but going back to it, I just didn't care for it. So next would be peanut butter chocolate. This one is, this one's all right. The peanut butter ice cream is really, really good. It has that chocolate swirl in it that I could do without. I mean, I know it's chocolate, but I would rather them have put in, maybe chocolate chunks or like dark chocolate chunks or even chocolate chips rather than that swirl they put in, because I just don't care for it. It's the exact same reason that I don't care for the Enlightened peanut butter chocolate. The Enlightened chocolate peanut butter is delicious. That peanut butter swirl is delicious, and the chocolate ice cream is not so bad. But the Enlightened peanut butter chocolate, I took 2 bites of it and threw it away. Like, it was that rancid to me. I hated it. And again, they don't do this chocolate swirl very well. And I would rather them put in chocolate pieces, or something like that, than put in that oily, swirly, bleh, bleh. But I will say, this had a little bit better texture than the white chocolate. I would probably rank these 2 together. Like, if I'm doing a Venn diagram of the ones I hate and the ones I like, this one and the white chocolate are kind of like meh. They're all right. They're not my favorite. I'm not a huge, like I said, I'm not a huge peanut butter chocolate fan anyway. But out of the three, HaloTop, Rebel, or Enlightened, I would eat the peanut butter chip from Rebel. That one's pretty decent. The peanut butter ice cream is good. And the chocolate chips in it, they taste like Lily's chocolate chips. So that one is really good. The other two, the peanut butter chocolate Enlightened is vile, but the chocolate peanut butter Enlightened is pretty good. This one is meh. So out of the three of those, I would go with Rebel, if you can find it. If you can't find Rebel in your store, you can actually buy variety cases on their website, and I think it's $50 plus $7 shipping. Ships in a couple of days, comes to you in dry ice. It's pretty good. You guys let me know if you want a Rebel. Friyay or Renee actually filmed one last summer and never got around to posting it. So I would be willing to refilm it and include the newest flavors if you want to. Okay, so let's move on to the two that I like. Second place is the caramel butter pecan. Oh my God. This one doesn't seem to have the same powdery texture to me. It's a little bit more smoother, but the flavor is so good. It tastes just like it's described. Caramel butter pecan. It's probably one of the better low carb butter pecan ice creams that I've had. Now I really enjoy the one from Rebel, don't get me wrong, but this one, I don't know, it's just a little bit better. I don't know if it's the pecans that make it better or just the ice cream base, I don't know. But this one is really, really good. I really recommend this one, especially if you like those flavors. Caramel, I love caramel and I love butter pecan ice cream. I remember, my uncle passed away, golly, I think I was 19, and people bring food over, right? And someone had brought over, it looked like Brahms, like a gallon of Brahms butter pecan ice cream, so it went in the freezer. So I went to open it and it was like corn, cream corn. And I was so disappointed. So a friend in the family came over and he's like, and he cornered me and he's like, what can I do? What do you need? What do you want? Do you want me to go get you something? I was like, wait, go get me some butter pecan ice cream. And he did. It was so sweet. He was so nice. So butter pecan is something that I've eaten since I was a kid. And so the flavor of this HaloTop gets, a gold star from me. But last but not least, the best flavor in this line and the best berry flavored low carb ice cream I've ever eaten is this berry swirl. Oh my God. This is the best strawberry ice cream or berry ice cream low carb that I've ever had. I don't know what it is about the flavor of strawberry that low carb manufacturers can't handle it. The strawberry Zevia tastes like nothing. The strawberry HaloTop tastes like nothing. The strawberry Rebel doesn't taste like much of anything. This ice cream is so good. This ice cream I ate, and then the very next day I finished the pint because it's just that good. It also has a very different texture. This one and the peanut butter one were the ones that had come, how do I describe that? Like they had come apart from the outer carton, so kind of like they've shrunk a little bit, and it had a little bit of ice crystals on it. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if something happened in the manufacturing. Whatever it did, it helped the texture so much. But this tastes like strawberries and cream. Now there is some blueberry in it, I think, but the strawberry like swirl or whatever they have in it is so flippin' good. And that's the one thing that I've really missed about low carb ice creams. If I want a fruity ice cream, I'd have to get like the Rebel and try to make like a milkshake with some frozen strawberries or something like that because it just doesn't taste like strawberry. But this one is the best, and it's on my grocery list. I told Rob I want, about 8 pints so I could put them in the freezer. I'm not a huge ice cream eater, especially this time of year. I prefer to have snow cones. And I've done a review of the Ralph snow cone syrup, sugar-free snow cone syrup, if you guys want to see that. So I really prefer snow cones in the summer just because I always felt like ice cream was kind of heavy and I prefer it in the winter. But anyway, so I don't go through ice cream very quickly. Now, if it's my husband, he can eat a pint a day. But it takes probably, 2 or 3 weeks for me to eat an entire pint of ice cream. But this one, holy Moses, so good. So good. So I want to make sure I buy some, keep it in the freezer. That way when I get a hankering for something strawberry flavored, strawberry flavored ice cream, I can have it. So at the end of the day, this is a Friyay. So it's a Friyay for me if you can get past the texture. If you are someone who wants a treat that you can have that won't completely derail your progress with keto. If you are doing 100% clean keto or the Whole30 or something like this may not be for you, and that's okay. Like, I don't think HaloTop, I honestly think HaloTop just slapped keto on the label because keto is in right now, right? It's, you know, marketable right now. I don't know how the ingredients differ from the regular one. That's probably something I should have looked at. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me see. I am on their website. Yeah, it's basically made with the same ingredients, I guess. Skim milk, eggs, milk protein concentrate. But it also has cane sugar in it. So the base looks like it may be a little bit different. Oh yeah, this has got sweetened condensed milk in it. It's got corn syrup. Dang. Anyway, so the keto one is a little bit cleaner than their regular one. But again, at the end of the day, you have to be the one that decides if this is something that you want to eat or something that you don't. You have to be the one to decide if this is going to derail your progress, if this is going to kick in, you know, cravings. And what I suggest you do is you buy 1 pint. And if you're diabetic, check your blood sugar when you're eating it. And then check your ketones. If you're checking your ketones, I have a link in the description box. That is a link to the Keto Mojo ketone reader. I have had mine since April of 2018. And I just bought a new box of strips. And I test once a week. So, right? I don't know. Maybe it's my second box of strips. I don't know. Anyway, there's a link. It's affiliate. I earn $2 if you buy something. I'm just kidding. But there is a link. It is affiliate. But, you know, I encourage you to test, and that's, you know, if it makes you gain a little bit of weight, but also know that there's water weight and I don't know. Anyway, you have to decide. That's what it is. It's a Friyay if you think that you can handle it in your diet and your way of eating, and it's a Friyay if you think it'll trigger you. Now, there are some flavors that are Friyay. Like I said, you know, the bottom 3, I don't know. I probably wouldn't have them again. I know I won't have jelly donut again. I mean, I don't know about banana. Like, I'm so disappointed in that banana. But anyway. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Let me know if you've tried this, what you think about it. Let me know if you want to, I was going to do a comparison between all 3 companies, Halo, Rebel, and Enlightened, with their peanut butter chocolate. Or chocolate peanut butter. Like, I'm not eating that Enlightened peanut butter chocolate ever again in my life. And the thing with Enlightened, the reason why I haven't done a video on them is almost all of their flavors have chocolate in them. Like, it's like chocolate donut and red velvet cake and peanut butter chocolate and then chocolate peanut butter. I think they have a butter pecan, but we haven't been able to find that in our local store. And I think they have a strawberry, but again, we haven't been able to find that in our local store. So that's why I haven't done a video on them. And it's actually just not, I know Wes has mentioned that he really likes the Enlightened, but I don't. I would rather just stick with Rebel if I could. So yeah, so that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I didn't have an update video for you this week because my blood sugars have still been elevated from whatever I was dealing with last week. So hopefully I will have an update for you this coming Wednesday. I am still filming my dinners. So if you're interested in that, that video will go up Monday. It's just my everything I'm eating in a week on keto. So all of my meals in a day, whether I'm eating 1 meal a day or if I'm eating 30 meals a day. I don't really eat 30 meals a day, but you know what I mean. So that's it. So yeah, like I said, the Keto Mojo meter is linked down below. If you have one and you've never used it, use it. It's great. I love it. I test my ketones on Wednesday. Wednesday is kind of like my weigh-in day if I weigh. This past Wednesday, I didn't weigh because I was my birthday, April 29th. It's like, I'm not going to get on the scale on my birthday. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. But yeah, so, and then my meter is a freestyle meter. I get mine from, I'm Native American, so I get mine from my tribe for free and my testing supplies for free. So that's why you don't see me trying to buy another meters, because everything I get from them is free, and that helps us out a lot because we are a 1-income family. But that's it, guys. thank you so much for joining me. Let me know, like I said, down below if you've tried this, if you like it, what your favorite flavor is. You know, hopefully I went in depth enough for you guys to make an informed decision. Like I said, I found this at Walmart, or Rob found this at Walmart, and I think Wes said he found some at Kroger. So yeah, anywhere that carries HaloTop may have these flavors. So good luck. May the odds be in your favor. All right, guys. Peace out. Bye for now.